I'd say season 1, because it's like the first one and everything was so exciting, and like you're building up this world and setting everything up, and like the stakes were so high and it was like wobbly and alive and beautiful. But then I also really like season 3 because we got to go to France. No, but no, I just like season 3 from personal perspective. For Floki, it was like a really fun, you know, the Athelstan and all that thing, and raiding Paris and burning down, you know, it was just like a good season for Floki.
No, you can go and I'll.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Season 1. Season 1.
I mean, I would say season 1, but I wasn't in it, so. No, I think probably season 1 was probably my favourite watching it. Mainly because of the development of the characters, I think. Because that's my favourite thing about watching anything, is just finding little things out about all the individuals and piecing it all together. I love it. So yeah, and season 6, because I was in it.
Personally, I think season 3 was the most fun season for me to be a part of. And similar to what Gustaf said, I think it was for Rollo's journey. I mean, but to break it down quite simply, what was great for me for season 3 is I played the first part of it as a Viking, and the second part of it, the Duke of Normandy. So it was like the pauper to a prince, rather than a prince to a pauper. I got to play this barbarian who slowly had to figure out how to be less uncouth and learn, you know, to be a better man and a better leader and all those things.
What do you mean, better man?
He was a better man. He was a better Christian.
All the Christians like you, bro. They go behind you.
He sold out, that's what he did.
But to riff on what Lucy said as well, I think season 1 is the best season, really, because when I think about sitting in a minibus with Gustaf when we were like on episode 2 or 3 and we were getting the next scripts through, we loved it. But we were like, is anyone ever going to watch this? Because it was so out there. And the reason why is because it was character based. It was all about the characters. The show could be set anywhere. It's not about the battles and the gods and the monsters. It's about these people trying to survive. And I think that's what I was worried that people wouldn't watch it, because all these big budget shows, which is all plot based, and it's like they went here and then here, and there's all these action sequences. And our show was based and grounded in one family and their friends. And I think that was its strength, and it's always been its strength, and there's never been a show around since in a historical drama that's been like that.
No, the way I look at it is sort of like, almost as if Floki was the one who told us the story. You know, like he's there from the beginning. He's the closest to Ragnar. He goes on his own journey, and then in the very end, he's still there. So sort of like I'm left with a feeling that, oh, it was Floki who told us the story all along. You know, it's sort of like the narrator. He told us this saga about Ragnar and his sons, because he's the bookend. You know, somehow that's how I look at it. Because most of us, especially throughout the first seasons, we were all in every day pretty much. So we were like living in the show. We were away from home, so we didn't have, you know, our families around, our normal friends around. We were living in the show to such a high degree, so it was more like once you were shooting the season, you were on. And then once the season wrapped, you were off. You could go back home, you could go home to your families, you could go back to your normal lives if you had one. And, you know, yeah, but like once we were there, you could just totally just dive into it, and we all lived very close, and we all hung out, and we were just in this whole insanity. And it was like early mornings. We were out in the rain on Ireland every day, so the adrenaline was real, and the blood was fake, but it felt real, and we were just out there. So it like sort of like we created this whole universe that we could sort of live in for 5 months. Yeah.
But when you go out after when it's wrapped for the day.
Yeah, we partied pretty hard the first 2 years. Yeah.
I can't add to that. That's a brilliant answer. I mean, that's exactly what it felt like. We had a lot of support of us around us, and we had to go through the ringer together. But it really was more about you were in it till the end of the season, and then when you came out at the end of the season, you were like. And I would always get ill. I would be like this robot during filming, like bam, bam, bam. We hit the gym together, we work, we're in freezing cold, and as soon as we finish filming, I'd usually, well, Lucy can tell you, I have man flu. So when I say I'm ill, I'm like, oh, dying. But I would always be right at the end of filming, just as I'm ready for a holiday or something. I'd be ill. Again, everything I could